morning, it's Thursday. Not happy with my makeup today. You know, I'm doing this project with my eyeshadows where I'm using every single eyeshadow in every single palette I've got. There's one in a particular palette, I'll show you a bit later, when I'm in the bedroom, that I put off and off and off using, and it was the last one to use in that particular palette, and I've used it today, and it's sort of a muddy brown that shifts to green. And I didn't like it, and I like it even less now it's on my eyes, so not happy with my face at all today. I was going to film my review of 2020, haha, insert appropriate emoji right there. And that was going to be my video for tomorrow, so I wasn't going to do this chatty vlogging style video, hence I haven't spoken to you at all until 9:53. But when my makeup went so badly, I decided I wouldn't do that video today. I'd do this video and film that one tomorrow when I'm actually going to wash my hair. Also, I had the most awful night's sleep. Weirdly, William asked me yesterday if I was sleeping better, because I went through that period of sleeping really badly. Well, started sort of during the first lockdown really, and I said to him, yeah, I've been sleeping loads better recently. And as I said it, I thought, that's inviting a bad night's sleep tonight, isn't it? Anyway, I went to bed. I went straight to sleep at 10 o'clock-ish, and at 2 o'clock I was wide awake, and I was wide awake until about 5:30. And I've started this new thing when I have those sleepless nights, worries churning around my mind and thoughts, and everything seems so much worse at night, doesn't it? We've said it before. And yeah, and then when I eventually do go back to sleep in the very early morning, I have horrible nightmarish dreams. And I woke up this morning from said nightmarish dream with my fingers so tightly clenched that I almost couldn't open them, you know. So I can't even remember what the dream was. Sometimes I remember them quite clearly, but I don't know what it was. But it leaves me waking up feeling like my eyeballs have been sandpapered and just in the worst frame of mind to start the day. And as you know, I'm a morning person, so when I start the day like that, it just doesn't go well for me. So it's taken me a while to get around to being in a position to communicate with the world. So, slowish day today. I'm staying in all day because I'm waiting for 2 deliveries, the one that I missed yesterday and another one. I have just had a delivery slot for one this afternoon, but I think I might try and sit out on the balcony to get some fresh air a bit later on, because I feel like I haven't had very much fresh air recently. Anyway, I'm just about to edit yesterday's video, which is super short, and also do a couple of other bits. Sorry, I'm just looking at my to-do list, which is very short today, you'll be pleased to hear. Or it is at the moment, till I add loads of things to it that I didn't do yesterday. And yeah, no actual particular plans for the day. I think it's probably going to be a fairly slow, fairly lazy one. We ended up having a Chinese takeaway last night instead of me cooking, so I'm going to cook that meal tonight that I was going to cook yesterday. William has said he doesn't want it. He's not a big fan of tuna, so to be fair, that's fair enough. He's going to have another piece of the lasagna that I cooked the other night when he came home. He's working today, catching up on university work. I've just taken him a cup of tea. And yeah, my frothy coffee today is not one of my best. It's meant to be a snowman, but if you can see a snowman there, you're a better person than I am. But it will taste nice, which is the main thing. Plenty of coffee needed today, I think. Just exporting yesterday's video, and I've just done the donation for that, for the charity. And just wanted to say, I'm going to hold that thought because I have a visitor coming into the office. Good morning. Look at that haircut. All his hair's gone.
I'm bald, aren't you?
Yeah, you're basically bald. So, as I was saying before Will came in for a chat, oh God, I feel stiff. When I make the charity donations, they require various information, email address, which is fair enough, to confirm your detail, but address, which I don't mind giving out, but I don't particularly think it's an absolute necessity. I understand it's you know, they want it for marketing purposes and to try and, you know, get more money out of you, which, fair enough, it makes sense for a charity, doesn't it? Just going to pop you up there a second. But quite a lot of them want your phone number, and they don't give you a choice about providing this piece of information. You know, you can't flick through it. But I find that really intrusive. I don't want to, you know, I just want to make a donation. I'm happy for them to ask for the information, but I think it should be optional to provide it, you know, your address and phone number. I don't think that should be an automatic right in order for me to make a donation. I don't think the company then has a right to require it's like going to Tesco's, isn't it, and doing your shopping, and they ask for your phone number and address as you check out before they allow you to buy it. It's not right. It feels a bit wrong in these days of data protection this and data protection that. It feels a bit, yeah, one-sided really, doesn't it? Right, I think we're going to go and do the advent calendar, but first of all I've got this calendar which is Yankee, oh, who's texting me? Yankee Tart Tatam, which has got to the end, so I'm going to fill it with some boiling water to extract the rest of that wax. It's advent calendar time. It's number 16 today, isn't it? What's inside? It's not 16, 16 is gone. God, I put it in the wrong way. Look, not following the system, that's no good, is it? 17. I know what this is. I had this in the last advent calendar I had 2 years ago. This is, in this little pot, this is Sol de Janeiro is the company, and this is Brazilian Bum Bum Cream. Let me read to you about it. It says, I am an award-winning body cream with a delicious pistachio caramel scent. I soften, smooth and nourish dull, dry and uneven skin with a rich blend of Brazilian plant extracts and caffeine. Massage me all over in circular motions for a firming effect and a radiant glow. As I said, I've had one of these before in advent calendar. I can't remember which was. Did I have the Look Fantastic advent calendar or one of those types of brands? Possibly. I can't remember what it was, but it was 2 years ago anyway. And this is a perfectly nice, pleasant smelling body cream. This is 50ml size. The 240ml full size is £44. So basically, I can't do the maths. I am too tired after my sleepless night. But this is less than a tenner, effectively. And it's a perfectly nice body cream. It smells quite pleasant. Does it firm? Does it give me a radiant glow? Probably not, if I'm honest. It's quite a nice moisturising body cream. I certainly didn't feel like it did anything that any other cheaper body cream moisturiser did. It didn't do any better than a cheap, you know, body moisturiser, but it was pleasant. So I certainly never felt the need to go and repurchase it immediately after trying it. So once again, I will use it and I'm sure I will enjoy it. It smells quite nice, but it's not something that I would spend that sort of money on. So there we are. Review at the same time as opening the advent calendar. That was a good one, wasn't it? Right. Time 2. What am I doing next? I think I'm going to go and do I've got some pillowcases that need ironing, so I think I'm going to go and do that. Waiting for a verification email to arrive so I can log into a website. And it's taking forever. Very frustrating. I'm trying to organise a gas safety certificate for the flat that I rent out. Excuse me, in Bournemouth. Oh, excuse me again. Oh, dearie me. That's what you get from not being asleep all night. I've been doing bits and pieces this morning, and I've got bits and pieces to do this afternoon. I've got to fill in a 34-page form to do with my dad's dementia that I'm really not looking forward to, and have been putting off for a couple of weeks, so I really do need to do that this afternoon. Where the hell is this blooming email? Anyway, I bought at the charity shop yesterday, I popped into a charity shop while I was waiting for Will to have his haircut, and I bought this lovely vintage lamb's wool jumper. Isn't that a gorgeous colour? It was £4.50. It's to sell. But it's got this stain on the cuff, look. And when I got to the till, I realised it had this mark on the cuff, and I said to her, oh, I don't think I want it, sorry. And she said, oh, it shouldn't have been put out, I'll put it in the rag bag. I said, well, can I cheekily ask if you can, would you sell it to me for £1, rather than put it in the rag bag, because I might be able to get the stain out. And she said, oh, yes, that's fine. She also gave me 20% off. They were running a promotion for 20% off, and they give you a voucher every time you go in. And I said, oh, I have one of those vouchers. I left it at home. And she said, oh, it's fine, I'll give you the money off anyway. So she couldn't have been nicer, you know. So I paid 80p for this nice jumper. So I'm just going to pop it into some Vanish and see if I can get the stain out. I also bought myself a book, which was this one. Oh, God, I've just changed the, hit the mouse. I bought, do you remember this case? So sad, Millie Dowler was murdered. She was, lived in London, I can't remember how long ago, but it was very big case all over the news, and her sister wrote this book. And it's a hell of a long book, it's about 500 odd pages, but I thought that might be really interesting. I remember the case really well, so I wanted to read this. It's 1:45. I have just managed to renegotiate the boiler cover. The interesting stuff, this. You come here for this fascinating information, don't you? I had a renewal notice for the boiler cover at my flat in Bournemouth, and it had gone up again. They always put it up, it's only like £20 a month, but they were putting it up to nearly £24 a month, which is quite a big jump considering it went up over 20% last year. So I phoned up and had a bit of a moan about it, and they did a re-quote. I mean, normally they won't move at all. They're absolutely firm about it. God, that bloody squirrel, look. I got a new feeder thinking he might find that one more difficult to get at. Look at him, the little devil. Honestly. I've been doing lots of bitty jobs this morning that I've put off or never get round to when I'm doing eBay. I have to say, such a good decision last week not to continue with eBay when I was feeling everything was getting on top of me a bit. Such a good decision, and it's made me realise that I think I want to massively cut it down. I don't get the same enjoyment from that as I used to. Which is good, because that was kind of the conclusion that I'd come to. I'll never ever stop selling on eBay completely. I just won't, but I really do want to cut it down. That was kind of the decision I come to regarding looking after my health first. I need to concentrate. I know I was saying this the other day, but I've been thinking about what has to give, and I think eBay is it, and I feel quite happy with that thought at the moment. I'm still sorry, my hair's such a bloody mess today. I'm still feeling my way through it and thinking about different options and so on, ready for the start of 2021 and how I'm going to address my health issues, and that seems like a good one. I feel like I would be quite happy to think that eBay was something that was going to take far more of a back seat in my life than it has done at the last 5 years or so. That would be good. So I'm very much enjoying catching up with all the things that I haven't managed to do because eBay is always keeping me so busy. So yes, there's that. Right, it's 1:45, as I said. I've just got shopping coming tomorrow. William and I have just had frozen microwave pizza for lunch. That really is scraping the barrel, isn't it? The nutrition levels in that are not good at all. Luckily there is some greenery involved in dinner, so that's good. I'm going to have an easy peeler orange in a minute to offset the hideous processed pizza nonsense. Still, made a bit of room in the freezer on the plus side. It's 3:30 and I've just come back to my desk. I haven't been to sleep, still feeling tired. But I watched an episode of The Housewives, and then I watched a very random YouTube video with William about a man making a giant fried Haribo egg out of lots of tiny fried Haribo eggs. I'm aware how ridiculous that sounds. It was quite entertaining. 20 minutes of my life I'll never get back though. Anyway, I'm drinking a green tea with lemon that Will's just made me. It feels quite cold this afternoon. It's clouded over. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, there'll probably be a lot of that. And I'm just about to fill in this vaccine calculator, which says it calculates estimates when you're in the queue to receive a COVID vaccine if you're in the UK. It's, if you want to find it, hang on. I don't know if that's going to focus, is it? It's Omni Calculator, OMNI calculator.com. If you want to have a look yourself, I'll tell you what it says for me when I've put my information in. Well, there we are, there's my results. I can expect to receive my vaccine between the 2nd of June, which is my silver wedding anniversary, my 25th wedding anniversary, and the 25th of June. That is based on a vaccination rate of 1 million per week and an uptake of 70.6%. There are approximately somewhere between 23 and 27 million people in the queue in front of me. So that's interesting. That's a bloody long time, isn't it? Another 6 months. There we are, that's better. Right, let's pick a charity out of the jar. We will go with this one. And it is, God, it's getting dark already. Ooh, you're falling. Don't fall, for heaven's sake. You don't want to hurt yourself before Christmas. This is Jackie Liddell. Liddell, I think it's Liddell Jackie, isn't it, rather than Liddell? Liddell, yes. Oh, this is sad. My granddaughter, who was 9, died of a brain tumour, and we found that children's cancer are at the bottom of the list when it comes to charity donations. So we've been doing as much as we can. As long as it's a children's cancer charity, that would be great, Caroline. That is so sad, Jackie. I'm so very, very sorry. That is just... Well, there's just no words, is there? Nothing I can say. I feel I have inadequate words to express how awful that must have been for you. So yes, I will very, very gladly donate to a children's cancer charity. The one that immediately comes to mind is one that used to have a charity shop in my local town, which is CLICK, which is cancer and leukemia in children. So I think I will yeah, donate to that one, and a very, very good cause it is too. It's just absolutely heartbreaking. I can't imagine, Jackie. So thank you very much for your nomination, and as ever, the charity donation confirmation will be the last shot at the end of today's video. Right, plans for the rest of the day. It is 20 to 4. I might have said that already. I'm going to attack this form that I need to fill in, and I think I've... Oh God, you're falling again. Goodness sake, have you had a drink? Honestly, go to one side. I'm going to attack this form that I've got to fill in. I'm hoping it won't be too arduous and it will just be fairly easy, but who knows with these government forms. So I'm going to fill that in. I've got 4 eBay parcels to post as well. Quietest week ever on eBay this week, although I've not been listing, so unsurprising really. And then later on, when Ashley comes home, we are going to plan the menu for, but we're going to do a buffet meal when we go to my mum's on Boxing Day. Ashley and I, I'm sorry, my mum and dad's on Boxing Day. Ashley and I are doing the catering for that, so we're going to do a menu plan for that and decide what we're going to cook, because we've then got to transport it all. We're going to cook it here and then transport it all to Bournemouth on Boxing Day. And yeah, to finish the shopping order, because my Tesco order's coming tomorrow, so need to do that this evening. So that's sort of the plan for the rest of the day, I think. Well, that was quite harrowing. It's 16:48, not harrowing, that's the wrong word. but it wasn't much fun. It was a long form that I had to fill in regarding my dad's dementia, and talk about it in how it's affected his life in quite lengthy and graphic detail. So yes, little bit emotionally draining that was. Right, I need to get up from behind this desk and go and sort out these eBay parcels. That's my next job. I've got to that stage of Vlogmas, I think, particularly this year when there's so little going out, no Christmas parties, no late night shopping, no Christmas markets, nothing really interesting to film. I've got to that stage of Vlogmas that every time I turn the camera on, I'm even boring myself now. I'm so sorry. I feel like the last couple of days have been really tedious. So I'm trying here, but it's just, you do run out of things to talk about after a while. Even me, who loves the sound of her own voice, frankly. So it's 5:30ish. Oh, and that's, oh no, that's a call failed. Oof. What am I saying? Yes, it's 5:30ish. I'm about to get the dinner ready. Tonight I am cooking this recipe from the Good Food magazine, which is tuna caper and chili spaghetti. It has some rocket in it and lemon juice and stuff. So I'm just going to prep all the ingredients ready for that. Poor Ashley is so bit, not poor Ashley, because obviously being busy at work is absolutely brilliant. It means that they're selling lots of houses, which they are. It's been their best year ever, bizarrely. This weird year of COVID has been their best year ever. But they're short-staffed. They've got a couple of people off. One's self-isolating, another one's on holiday. In a small team like that, when you have fewer people, it's harder when you're really busy to and especially before Christmas as well. Everybody thinks they're going to move before Christmas, and you just get ridiculous clients in a estate agency at Christmas, unfortunately. Unreasonable people, stress levels are high. So Ashley has been, he was asleep on the sofa by about 9 o'clock last night, I think. Anyway, what was I going to say? I turned the camera on for something completely not related to that, and I don't know what it was. Oh, it is. I'm going to try and get through this without yawning anymore. It is 10 to 9. Dinner was nice. The tuna pasta recipe with the capers and everything. I also added some artichokes that I found. That was a nice addition. It would have been better if my chilies were spicier. I didn't have a red chilli, I only had green chilies. It was meant to be a red chilli, but there was no spice in there at all. So it would have been better if they were spicier. But other than that, it was quite a nice recipe, considerably better than the chutney one. So that was good. What else? I actually didn't get into work from work till about 7:15. They've been crazy busy again. We then sorted out the food buffet plan, menu plan type thing that we're doing, and now I've got to do the Tesco order. I'm going to take my makeup off, get into bed and sit on my laptop and do the rest of the Tesco order, ready for the morning. Sorry, trying not to yawn too much. I was going to show you the eyeshadow that I ended up not liking this morning. I don't know how well you'll be able to see it. It's in this palette. And it's this one here, and it shifts from brown to green. I don't know how well you can see that, but let me try it. You might be able to see it better on the edge of my finger. At different angles, it goes from brown to almost like an iridescent green. Let's try it on there. It's difficult to see it in this light, but oh, there we are. You can see it a little bit more at that angle. But it's a very strange colour, and I have to say, the iridescent green part of it I don't mind, but the brown I find just weird. It's a very muddy brown and doesn't do my, I don't know, it just doesn't do my colouring any favours, I don't think. So Anyway, that palette I have now completely used all the colours, even that bright pink there. Well, that was a bit of a challenge. And I've now moved on to slightly more normal. This one from the Balm, which is Nude Tude, it's called. All nude colours in that one, nice and easy to use. And I'm also using this Revolution Rose Gold sort of mini palette, which has lots of sort of berry tones in there and some rose goldy sort of colours, and then this rather odd sort of Coleman's English Mustard colour on the end here. Not quite Coleman's English Mustard, but you know what I mean. Anyway, gonna go take my makeup off, get into bed. Tomorrow you will see, I think, my review of 2020. I've done all the notes for that this evening. What a year it's been. So I want to film that. That will be interesting to look back on in a few years' time, won't it? So yeah, that's tomorrow. And the next day we're going to Dorchester. So I'll be back to daily vlogging again, and something interesting will happen. We will go somewhere, we will see stuff, I will film stuff. It will be amazing. Right, thank you very much for watching. I hope everybody's had a good day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.